Smile. Smile big. Big smiles. Big smiles. Here you go. All right. Make room for her. There you go. That's your photo opportunity. Get out those cameras. Take those pictures. Kids, all those smiles. All those poses. You're on stage right now. You are the stars. Yes, you can use your flashes here. Keep snapping away. Keep snapping away. Oh, smile. There we go. All right. Everything okay up there, Mr. Spielberg? All right, Mr. Spielberg says everything's fine. All right, kids. Whoop, one more. There we go. Whoa. All right, good enough, good enough, good enough. Good job, good job. All right. Now, kids, have you ever been sitting at home, you're watching your favorite Nickelodeon game show, and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, I cannot believe the bozos that they put on TV. They should put me on TV, winning the prizes, winning the cash. I'm a lot smarter. I'm a lot better looking. I should be on television, right? Come on, be honest, be honest, be honest. And there we go, there we go. We've all said or thought it at one time or another. But let me assure you guys, it's not as easy as you think it is. It requires that you pay really close attention to everything that's going on around you and everything that's being said. So for the first part of the dish, we're going to play a listening and response game and see how well you guys do. We're going to play a game called Simon Says. Now, have you all played that before? Okay, good. Just make sure we're playing the same game with the same set of rules. I'll explain to you how we do it here at Nickelodeon. Now, when playing Simon Says, you must do everything that Simon tells you to do. Everything. So if I were to say Simon Says, raise your right hand, you raise your right hand, right? Right, that's right. Okay, we're going to have a quick practice round. Quick practice round. Simon Says, raise your right hand. There you go. Good job. Now, if I were to say raise your left hand without saying Simon Says, what would you do? You'd leave it down. You'd keep it down. That's right. How come? Because Simon did not say so. That's right. Only do the things that Simon says to do. Okay? All right. Go ahead and put your arm down. Absolutely right. This gentleman was on the ball. Simon did not say to put your hand down, so it's a good thing this is just practice, or a lot of you would be out right now. Simon can be very tricky, so you gotta listen close, all right? Simon says you may put your hand down. Now there's one other rule. You cannot hesitate. So if Simon tells you to do something, you've got to do it right away and as quickly as you can. And just a reminder, this is all part of the casting process. So if you're called out of the game, you've got to find your seat back up in the audience. Don't feel bad about that, because you can always come back and audition for us again at a later time. Okay? All right. Simon says, begin. Simon says, raise your right hand. There we go. Simon says you may put your right hand down. Simon says raise your left hand. All right. Simon says you may put your left hand down. Simon says raise both hands. Good job. Good job. Simon says you may put both hands down. Simon says everyone's standing on the orange line. Simon says have a seat on the floor. Simon says you are relaxing. Orange line. Orange line. There we go. Simon just said orange line. There we go. Simon says turn and face me. Blue line. There you go. You guys are going first. Simon says put your hands up to the side. Simon says use both hands. Simon's got to hold the microphone. Okay. Simon says put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says put your hands up to the side. Simon says put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says put your hands up to the side. Simon says put your hands on your shoulders. Put your hands up to the side. Oh, but if you put your hands out the side, Simon did say so. So you guys need to go have a seat. Give them a big round of applause. Simon says, put your hands out to the side, put your hands on your shoulders. Oh, but if you put your hands on your shoulders, you need to go have a seat, because Simon did not say. Give those kids a big round of applause. Where are you going? You, in the green shirt. Simon says you were relaxing. You didn't have to do that. Simon says come back down here. Simon says relax. Relax. Chill out. All right. Simon says shake your hand. Simon says shake them hard. Simon says shake them real hard. Simon says stop shaking your hand. But if you put your arms down, you need to go have a seat, because Simon didn't say to. Give them a big round of applause as well. Simon says put your arms down. Simon says face front. And Simon says blue line, Simon says have a seat. You guys did a great job. You deserve a break. Simon says orange line, stand up. Play with you guys now. Simon says put your hands in the air. Simon says put your hands down. Simon says put your hands in the air. Simon says put your hands down. Simon says put your hands in the air. Put your hands down. Oh, but if you put your hands down, you need to go have a seat. You were going down. And you're down. Give them a big round of applause. All right, still playing with the orange line. Put your hands down. Oh, Simon didn't say you. Simon didn't say you guys did a good job. Give them a big round of applause. Good job. Simon says, put your hands down. Put your hands in the air. Oh, good job. Good job. Give them a big round of applause. All right. Simon says for you to move right next to her. Simon says for you two to move right next to her. And Simon says, you guys can have a seat. You did a good job. Good job. All right. Blue line, stand up. And Simon didn't say. Give him a big round of applause. Good job. Simon says, blue line, stand up. All right, Simon's going to play with you guys. Simon says, put your hands on your head. Simon says, put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says, put your hands on your hips. Put your hands on your shoulders. Good job. Simon says, put your hands on your shoulders. Put your hands on your hips. Simon says, put your hands on your hips. Simon says, put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says, put your hands on your head. Simon says, put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says, put your hands on your head. Simon says, put your hands on your shoulders. Simon says, put your hands on your hips. Oh, touch your head. You need to go have a seat. Good job. Give them a big round of applause. Good job. Simon says, you guys do it now? All right, Simon says time out while she ties her shoe. We'll wait for you. Tight, good, and tight. There we go. Simon says orange line, stand up. All right. Simon's going to play with 1, 2, 3. Simon's going to play with you 3. Simon says you 4. Just stand there and don't do a thing. Okay? Simon's going to play with 1, 2, 3. Okay? Simon says put your hands on your head. Simon says put your hands in the air. Simon says put your hands in your head. Simon says put your hands in the air. Put your hands in your head. Good job. Simon says put your hands in your head. Put your hands in the air. Good job. Simon says put your hands in the air. Simon says put your hands in your head. Put your hands in the air. Good job. Simon says put your hands in the air. Put your hands down. Good job. Simon says put your hands down. Simon says for you 3 to just stand there, don't do a thing. Simon's going to play with you guys now. Simon says step back to the orange line. There we go. Simon says take a step forward. Today. There we go. Simon says when you take a step, you got to bring your feet together. Okay? Simon says take a step back. Simon says take a step forward. Simon says take a step back. Simon says take a step forward. Take a step back. Oh, give her a big round of applause. Good job. Simon says take a step back. Take a step forward. Oh, give her a big round of applause. Don't do anything. I'm just going to go back to week 3. Simon says tie your shoe again. There we go. I don't want you to hurt. Okay. I'm just going to play with you 3 now. Simon says take a step forward. Simon says take a step back. Simon says take a step forward. Take a step back. Good job. Simon says take a step back. Take a step forward. Simon says you got to bring your feet together so I know which way you're going. Okay? All right. Simon says take a step forward. Simon says take a step back. Simon says take a step forward. Simon says take a step back. Take a step forward. Simon says take a step forward. Take a step back. You're a half a step behind this time. Keep up. Simon says take a step back. Take a step forward. Simon says take a step back. Oh, good job, though. You guys did a great job. Go ahead and have a seat. Simon says back. Simon says you want to stay up here? You sure? All right. Simon says you two take a big deep breath in and hold it. Simon says wait a minute. Simon says take a big deep breath in and hold it. Kimberly. the microphone up to their nose? Pretty good, pretty good. Simon says, let it out. And Simon says, it's over. So let's have a big round of applause for everybody. What we're going to do now is move on to the second part of the audition. Now that includes the physical talent. Because on the different Nickelodeon shows, we make the kids do something we call a physical talent. So we're going to play chicken sprint. So if I can have you step right behind the pile of chickens, right here on the orange line. I want you to come right over here by the pile of chickens on the blue line. Now the whole object of this game is for the kids to run with their chickens down past the end of the stage. Now the first kid with all of their chickens past the end of the stage and is back standing in that spot is going to be our winner, okay? The only thing is you guys got to carry the chickens between your knees. So each one of you got to pick up a chicken, put it between your knees. That's right. Put it between your knees. You cannot touch that chicken with your hands. You've got to carry it between your knees, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to run, skip, hop, jump, whatever it takes, drop it off the chicken stage, and run back and pick up another one. Remember, you cannot touch it with your hands. Now, if it falls, pick it up, put it between your knees again, and start from that point. You cannot touch that chicken with your hands unless it falls, okay? Audience, what are you going to do? You're going to what? Absolutely. On your mark, get set, go! Trying so hard. Come here. What's your name? Cedric. Let's have a big round of applause for Cedric.